Okay, so this is going to be a chapter 5 tutorial going over all the skips and everything you have to do to get to the end. This is pretty difficult and it'll take some try. So you're going to need to practice this. But first of all, let's just make our way over to the first skip. First off, you won't normally do this, but I'm going to go over here and kill these guys just so I can explain this to you guys. Where is he? Alright, cool. Now over here, just another side note, if you want to pick up some extra ammo just in case for later on in the run, there's one pistol clip over there and there's shotgun ammo right here. Okay, so now from here, so we came in this way and we're going to come to right here, this little wall. And now what we're going to do is, first off, let me explain height adjust. You can skip this if you already know what it is. Go to options and accessibility. So it will look like this after we come into settings. Alright, so when you go into settings, go to controllers, manage controller bindings. Then over here, active controller binding, set it to custom. Go to edit this binding. From here, click up here where it says move. Now, the way I have it set up is I turn it off on this stick, but I went over here, clicked on edit, and then on click I set it to adjust height. So then what that let me do is it made the accessibility options look like this. And so I made the height adjust set to hybrid. What this does is if I click the stick, it does a crouch. If I hold it, it does a stand. And what I can do with this is I can just simply click really quick, and now I'm height adjusted down, so I'm still standing up, but you can clearly see that the bottom of my floor is now clearly lower. So then if I pause, crouch down, now I'm under here. If I crawl forward a little bit, I messed it up a little bit, but it's not that big a deal. If you do it correctly, you just crawl forward a little bit and you teleport over here. I accidentally fell down because I did a little bit too fast and incorrectly. But you just want to crawl forward a little bit in real life after you do the unpause. So you go up to this wall, then you height adjust down, you pause, crouch down so you're under here, you unpause, and then you physically move in the real world a little bit forward, just enough so that you can start using the teleport to get right where I am. And then once you're here, you just come over this way. You want to teleport over here on top of this. Then you want to fall down into this little crevice. And now once we're here, we want to get to this little area. And you can see if I look down a little bit when I pause, you'll see that this is a higher ceiling and that's a higher ceiling. So you want to go right here because it'll make it a little bit faster. So just pause. Ooh, there you go. Now what you're going to do is make sure you have space in the real world, which I just did not, and I would have walked into my dresser. Once you have space in the real world to walk forward, just walk forward a little bit, then pause, crouch down, unpause. Oop, I did it a little bit too fast. Oops. So again, walk forward in the real world, pause, why did that happen? Sorry. Again, 1 second. Walk forward in the real world. Walk forward in the real world from here, just a little bit, then hold pause, crouch down all the way, and you can either continuous movement or teleport. And then we need to load this door because this right over here is a load zone. So you just teleport back here and hold continuous movement, and that triggers a load zone. Alright, sorry, minor pause between recording. Now that we're here, as you see, that's not loaded because we came back this way. And now we want to come over here, grab one of these barrels, and we're going to do, if you know what it is, it's called the door clip. And basically we just want to put an item, drop it down inside of ourselves, and then we can just, ooh, I messed it up. It's a little hard to get down, but basically once you do it correctly, did I do it correctly? No. You can just walk through the door. So that'll take a little bit of practice. You can look up I mean, you'll have to try it a bit. It's used also in the first chapter if you've been learning this progressively. Same thing, you just need to put it down inside of yourself, and then you're able to just walk through the door. So then once you do that, let me just readjust myself in the real world, just to make this a little bit easier on myself for later. Now, before you do anything else, this will happen much faster during a normal one. So right there, he has a grenade and a pistol round. We want to grab the grenade because we're going to need this for chapter 10 later on. And this is the best place to grab it. This is a very easy place to grab it for later. So make sure you do that. If not, there's a later part in this chapter where you can get it, but I suggest doing it right there. And you can do that while moving, so it's very fast. Now you come over here, grab this, put it semi-close to there, make sure it doesn't fall. Teleport on top of it. And now what we're going to do is we need to make our way. If you look right there, there's a little bridge. That's where the end, so like way up there is where we're trying to get to. And so what we're going to do is, been doing this for a little while. We need to make our way up there. So the best way that I found to do this is from here, try and teleport. Am I a little too far forward or a little too far back? There we go. Teleport onto this side, then teleport over here onto this brick. Then from this brick, you want to get yourself over here, teleport onto here, move over a little bit. Now make your way over here. And you might need to lean forward a little bit. You just need to make sure you get yourself over this way. This can be a little tricky sometimes. Oh, come on. Why is it being so dumb right now? Sorry. Oh, there we go. I don't know why I was being so finicky. Practice this more. It'll be done. All right, so now from here, we want to teleport over to here. That can be pretty hard to see. I'm going to do a save real quick just in case I mess this up, because this can be a little bit of a trickier part. So what we're going to do is we're going to mantle up onto this. And now what we want to do is, even though you can't see it, there's like an invisible beam we can like walk over onto. This will take a little bit of practice too. Make sure you walk directly straight. It's very easy to fall. If you fall down on that side, it becomes a soft lock, and you're going to need to die or reload. If you fall down that way, I think you can get back up, but again, you don't want to fall. So maybe if you're still newer to this game, do a safe load right there. And then you just mantle up that part, and then walk over here. And now, if you look right there, we can't see from this angle, but we need to keep going up. So we're going to come over here. We're going to teleport right over onto this beam. Now we want to get onto that ladder, but we can't get up here yet. So what we do is we crouch down in real life, and we want to just teleport under here. And now pause, stand up, unpause. And now just with your hand, grab the ladder and pull yourself up. And there you go. Now we're all the way up here in like no time. That saves a lot of time. And now we make our way over here, jump down here. Ignore this guy who loves his CRT. You can take a clip if you need it. So we're going to do over here, open a door. So right when we open the door, to the left is this table. And this table is going to be our friend for a little bit. Ignore this guy, doesn't matter. Hold the table the entire time as we bring it to this next load zone. You're going to become friends with this little table for a little bit, because he's going to help us get all the way up out of bounds in a few sections. It will sometimes fall, depending, but if you just pick it right back up. Now get off of me, table. I've been painting. So what we gotta do here is, so we need to get through that ceiling, but we're kind of low right now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna teleport on top of here, and we need to height adjust up. But we need to height adjust and keep the table. So what we're going to do is grab onto the table, and again, as earlier, we're going to do the height adjust. So what we're going to do is, this time we're height adjusting upwards, so we're going to put our headset down into the floor pretty much, I have a carpet so I can be safe doing this. And then I just hold to do the jump. And then stand up. Alright, so now what you need to do is continue holding this, and we need to do a save load. So save, don't let go, and load the file. What this does is it's going to bring us above and give us back the ability to do teleports. And this, we still have the table with us. So you just got to wait for the save load. It's fine if it falls, just height adjust again and go pick it back up. It's now on, like we're basically on the ceiling. So now what we need to do is, so we were just on this table. If we look back towards where we were and then look over here to the left, you see this little hallway. We're going to make our way over here right above this little lamp. So now you see the hallway is directly above us. Make sure the hallway is above you. You don't want to be right here. You want to be right underneath the hallway. And then you can either teleport onto the top of the table or the bottom of the table. And now what we're going to do is we need to height adjust very high up. So what we're going to do is we need to go all the way down. Again, hold on to this to do the jump action. Stand up. Go on your tippy toes if you can. Pause. Unpause. Make sure that your head is above here and your hands. I'm not sure if the hands part is important, but I know the headset is. Save. And do a load. Another save load. And this should bring us to be on top of this, inside of this hallway. And that's all thanks to that little table. Ooh. Yes, so now you just adjust back down because that was a little bit too high. And then we just make our way this way. Ooh, what was that? Oh, there's a pistol clip over here apparently if you need it. Then open this door. Be careful. It's very easy to fall down. If you fall down, you're going to be kind of screwed. Just teleport over here. It's a little finicky. Ooh, there we go. Now come over to this corner. You want to mantle up. Again, mantling is where you just, pretty sure it's explained somewhere in the settings. Just you can look up how to mantle. It's just holding up on the other analog stick, then the movement for continuous. And so now I'm up here, and what I need to do is, again, height adjust up. So I'm going to put my head to the ground, height adjust up, going to stand up, pause, unpause. All right, so now as you see, I'm underneath this room right here. So now what we need to do is do another save load. Save and load. All right, now that we're up here, okay, so this sometimes happens. Sometimes you won't have... Ooh. Here, let me just load that again. Sorry. So sometimes when you save load up, you won't have the ability to teleport. And when that happens, just do a second save load. So I'm reloading the first save, so that'll be right back because I accidentally press a button. Do not continuous movement if you can't teleport. If you can't teleport, the first thing you want to do when you get up here after the first save load is try and teleport. If you cannot, just do another save load real quick. Optimally, of course, one save load is a little bit faster, but that doesn't matter. You can do it in one. I sometimes get it, sometimes I don't. But if it doesn't work the first time and you can't teleport, again, don't press continuous movement at all. Now I'm able to teleport. There we go. I'll hit it just down, and we're good. Yeah, so once you do get in there and you're able to teleport, you just come down into this little loading zone. It's just directly in front of you. And now this is going to be a really, really hard part for a lot of people. Actually, pretty much for everyone. It's a very finicky thing to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can just do it for you first. So first off, we're going to come here, go into options, go to this, set it to shift, because we're going to do a shift zip. Ooh, I missed it. All right, so what's happening as I try and do this, this is pretty hard. I haven't practiced enough to get consistent at it. So you're just going to try and shift zip this as soon as possible from starting in that room. Some people like to open up the door and go off onto the bridge. It depends on how consistent or fast you end up getting these shift zip. I end up usually getting them pretty fast, like that. And then you want to, it goes by very fast. But so the way that I do that is you need to teleport somewhere. When you're flying, you want to aim for the stairs or right under the stairs. So once you start flying from way up there, just try and, as quickly as possible, visualize where this is and get ready to just spam teleports right on top of it. Because that'll let you, here I'll show it one more time just to be sure. This is very difficult, so again, practice the shit out of it. This is, like, this one is like probably is the hardest shift zip in the entire run, I'd say, which is not saying much, but oh, okay, that one worked too. You just need to find a way to get to teleport over here. It's easy to point this way and then just try and do the spam, like, not that way, because that's funny though. But yeah, this shift zip is very, very difficult and you need to practice it. So I'll just do it one last time, mainly because I also just screwed that up, but that doesn't matter. Oh, cool. It hit a save load, a save point. All right, but once you're here, you can turn off the shift movement. So go back over here and set it continuous. Then we want to teleport over here. You're going to keep walking this way, but when you're doing that, pull out the pistol and we just kill these guys. Oop. And then pull out your shotgun to one tap this guy. Pretty easy. So if you didn't get the grenade, as I said earlier, I think it's this guy. Yeah, this guy has a grenade on him. I like to get it from the zombie, but if you don't want to, you can get it right there. And also, as you see, if you're running low at health for some reason at this point, or if you want to save this, just throw it in there. You don't need to. That's just something you can do. And then, so once we kill those three, we just want to come over here, come towards this fence, mantle it up. So now we're on top of that piece of cardboard. Then just try and, ooh, give me it. Okay, you have to shift. You have to move yourself a little bit over to the left, like sort of like tilt over to the left. And then you just come up here. So now once you're up here, oh, by the way, there's resin over there apparently. So we just came up from that cardboard, come up this way, get onto this ledge. It's easier if you just teleport over here than continuous movement. Now what you want to do is be careful here. You just want to lean over a little bit, put your hand over here, and you just want to, there. As you see, there's a little area where I can teleport up to. And so once you're up here, you see this bridge, you need to come over to this bridge and then just make your way over as fast as possible. And once you're in here, just come in through these doors and then right down here. And we hit the load zone. And, oh, yep, that's the end of chapter 5. So that, again, as you can tell, there's a lot to it. I highly recommend practicing quite a bit of that, or if not all of it, quite often. It is a pretty difficult chapter. So, yeah, that's it.